In today's lesson, we will review the startup wizard of the UbiquiSTAT. When the UbiquiSTAT is first powered up, you will see the info screen providing the UbiquiSTAT's model number, version number, firmware, and other pertinent information. You can touch the screen to advance, or within 5 seconds, the screen will automatically advance. The welcome screen will begin to guide you through the setup wizard to configure the UbiquiSTAT for the first time. During this setup, the UbiquiSTAT will not control equipment and not communicate on the network. Press the Next button to advance. Set up the display for units in either Fahrenheit or Celsius, the clock to display as 12 or 24 hours, and the backlight to be low, medium, or high. Throughout the setup wizard, the factory defaults will be highlighted, with any change you make highlighting that choice. Once selections are made, press Next to advance the screen. Set the date by changing the month, date, and year, then press Next. If a 12-hour clock was chosen, set the current time in hours and minutes and choose AM or PM. If a 24-hour clock display was chosen in the previous step, set the clock in military 24-hour time. Press the Next button to advance. The thermostat type can be either conventional or heat pump. If set in heat pump, the thermostat will control a reversing valve, and the compressors will be used as the primary source of both cooling and heating. In the conventional mode, cool relays on the thermostat will control DX or other cooling sources, and the heat relays will control heating, typically forced air or electric heat. Press the Next button to advance. Set the system mode to the desired function. Auto will provide both cooling and heating as needed based on the set points. Heat mode will only call for heat, and conversely, the cool mode will only operate when there's a call for cooling. Off will disable the thermostat from calling for heating or cooling. And finally, Off plus recirculation will keep the heating and cooling off and just run the fan enough to allow the zone to satisfy air recirculation requirements. Select the system mode and press Next to advance. Next, select the occupied fan mode as needed. Auto will only run the fan when there is a call for heat or cool. On will run the fan continuously during the occupied period. Cool will run the fan only when there is a call for cooling. And Auto plus recirculation will run the fan only when there is a call for heating or cooling, plus it will run additionally every hour if needed in order to meet air recirculation requirements. This mode was designed to meet those air recirculation codes without having to run the fan continuously during the occupied periods, thus saving energy. Select the fan mode and press Next to advance. Communication mode will allow the UbiquiSTAT to communicate on the BACnet MSTP protocol or the standard TCS protocol if available. The TCS protocol will allow the UbiquiSTAT to be used on any new TCS installation or as a replacement thermostat on an existing TCS protocol install. BACnet MSTP will allow the UbiquiSTAT to be used on the TCS BACnet Cloud or any other BACnet MSTP system, such as those using the Niagara framework. Select the protocol and press Next to advance. A unique address must be entered if the UbiquiSTAT will be used on a network. This uniqueness is not required if it is to be used as a standalone device, but an address must still be entered. Enter a unique 3-digit address and press Next to advance. It is necessary that the same baud rate be used on all devices on a network, including the baud rate programmed on the TCS Cloud Gateway or on a Niagara Framework device if used. The default of 38400 is typical for BACnet networks. 9600 is typical for TCS protocol networks. The up and down arrows will show the additional choices. Select the baud rate and press Next to advance. The device instance number must be unique on the network. By default, the UbiquiSTAT combines the TCS manufacturing number of 496 with the 3-digit address number that was programmed in the previous step. This can be changed on this screen, but we encourage the user to utilize the default number that is presented. When finished, press the Next button. This will take you to the main monitoring screen. The setup wizard is now complete. The UbiquiSTAT will now begin controlling equipment, and it is ready to communicate on the network. You may now wish to change programming, such as set points and schedules, as these will also be at the factory defaults. You can do this by pressing the Settings button and progressing through the appropriate programming sections. To return to the factory defaults and restart the Startup Wizard, select Settings, then Advanced, then Menu Page 2, then Factory Defaults. You will see a warning screen explaining that all programming, including those items not covered in the Startup Wizard such as heating and cooling set points and schedules, will be reset to the factory defaults if they have been changed. Pressing Load will restart the UbiquiSTAT to all factory defaults and take you back through the Startup Wizard screens. This concludes our lesson on the UbiquiSTAT Startup Wizard. To learn more, visit us at tcsbasis.com, ubiquistat.com, or call us at 800-288-9383.